Welcome to another weapons video. Today we're going to be covering the Season 2 buff on the WSP-9 SMG from Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. So today we're going to be checking it out in all three zones, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, completing bounties in all three zones, as well as checking out just overall how the weapon performs and how it feels to be using this weapon inside of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies with the new buff in Season 2. So, with that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on any future uploads from myself on Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. As well, I would love to see you guys join me over on the streams. The links are down in the description below, but we are live on Twitch and Kick. Hope to see you guys there. So without further ado, let's get to the WSP-9 video. Alrighty, so we're going to spawn in with the WSP-9 and we're going to be putting on our perks only, and we're going to be starting off by completing just a bounty contract in Tier 1 with just perks. So we're not going to put any weapon rarity on, we're not going to put any ammo mods on, and we're not going to pack-a-punch the WSP-9. So you're looking at the WSP-9 there in Borealis, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to grab our first contract here in Tier 1 and head over to our first contract. I was going to grab that one right there, but I could tell that player was going to take it. So we picked a different one, and we went over here and picked up our first contract and wanted to see how, again, this weapon performs with the new buff to it to make it a little bit stronger. So we picked up a Mimic, and again, we've got no rarity, we have no pack-a-punch, and we have no ammo mods on. And I have to say, during this series, these Tier 1 bounties, white rarity, non-pack-a-punch, no ammo mod, has always been a bit of a struggle, but this WSP-9 with the Season 1 buff was making quick work of this bounty in Tier 1 on white rarity. I was really impressed with the strength of this weapon, so I was excited to continue on testing this weapon. Found out that they had done a bit of a buff to it for Season 2, so I wanted to come back in and check and see what it was like. And I'm impressed. This weapon is definitely fun to use. You can see here it's really strong. In Tier 1, we have nothing on it, and the Mimic just got wrecked. So that was definitely good to see. Definitely recommend it. We got some decent loot. Got our self-revive, as we usually get in the first one, and a perk PhD that we were able to put on, which was nice. So now we're going to go ahead and throw on Legendary, Rarity, and Napalm Burst, which is my favorite ammo mod, as you guys know if you've been watching the videos. If not, let me know down in the comments which ammo mod you have been using, or which one you feel is the strongest one to use in the game, so that we can help each other out in the comments section of the video. So we picked up our second Tier 1 bounty now, and we do have Legendary and Napalm on. There's a player here dealing with a Mangler. I didn't know if that was something he was trying to do, so I left him to it and took care of our bounty here. Easy work, easy work. He got clapped. So I really was excited about this WSP-9 now, and of course I wanted to head off to Tier 2 and see how he would do against a Tier 2 bounty. But again, I didn't want to pack-a-punch it at first. I was curious to see how Legendary Napalm Burst would work on a Tier 2 bounty, considering just how strong it was on the Tier 1 bounty we just had. So I went and grabbed our Mimic, which was the Tier 2 bounty, and shortly after engaging with the Mimic, I could tell already that Legendary unpack-a-punched in Tier 2 with this weapon was not going to be the play. You can see the damage was almost non-existent. So quickly, I decided to get out of there, get some breathing room, and put on my pack-a-punch Tier 2. So we threw that on. We're now Pack 2 and Legendary with Napalm Burst, and I was making easy work of the Mimic after that. As you can tell, I just stood there and destroyed him and everything else that was coming at me. So WSP-9 with the Season 2 buff to it has definitely made this a viable weapon, a strong viable weapon inside of Tier 2. Felt as confident as I do using the Ram 9, the WSP Swarms, any of those ones. I felt the same way with this buff on the WSP-9. Now, I like to help out players as much as I possibly can when playing, So I was on my way to pick up a bounty in tier 2 to show you guys just how strong this weapon is, and there was a player that went down in tier 3 right near me. So of course I have to go get the player. So we went and picked up our bounty. I didn't want anyone to take that from me for tier 2. So we picked up the bounty, checked the cash registers. Good thing I did. There was some good cash in there, almost 1,000 points, which was nice. And then we just hopped over to tier 3 and quickly went and got our player up here who was down. I know what it's like to die out in tier 3, and it's just no fun. So I always try and help out people that are down in my games. Threw out my decoy, got the player up, and then almost died trying to run out of here. There was so many zombies. I don't know how many hits I took right there. It felt like 6, but literally almost killed me. So we made it out of tier 3. We got him up, went over to tier 2, picked up our bounty, which was again another mimic, and I think he threw me in the wall, which almost killed me. It was weird, but I didn't have Jug yet in this match, so I was struggling a little bit to try and deal with just the constant damage that you get from getting whacked, and the mimic shooting you with his bolty blast right there that almost kills me without Jug. So I just had to keep myself, be careful, you know, get some room, and you can see here the tier 2 legendary Pack-a-Punch just deals with tier 2 bounties, tier 2 zombies, like it's Swiss cheese. And now when I'm coming to tier 3, I like to throw a decoy just to play it safe when I go Pack-a-Punch. I really like to play safe when it comes to tier 3. I don't like to lose my stuff, and the zombies here just move so ridiculously fast. So we went and obtained tier 3 Pack-a-Punch. The next thing I wanted to do, of course, was to go and grab Jug. Because that was something I was definitely needing. Jug and speed reload was something I wanted for sure. I hate having extra pings for things on the map, so I went and unpinged the Pack-a-Punch for myself. And then we made our way off to the Wonder Fizz machine inside of tier 3 to pick up our 2 perks that we're able to grab right now. Jug and quick reload, which is going to be, you know, crucial for running around in tier 3. The extra health is going to be nice. I've been struggling this match without having Jug, so we got that. We got our speed reload, good to go. The only thing left to do was to go ahead and grab a bounty now in tier 3 and see how the WSP swarm, or the WSP-9, sorry, does against the tier 3 bounty contracts after the season 2 buff to this weapon. Again, I've been feeling really well, really good using this inside of tier 3. We picked up our Disciple here. One of the worst contracts I feel personally for tier 3 is the Disciples because of their regen ability. So we engaged, and here is the fight. It started. It was a good 2.5 minute long, 3 minute long fight, so I sped up the footage for you guys. But you can see the WSP-9 has no issues dealing with the zombies. The tier 3 elites is not an issue. The Disciple bounty was because of his regen capabilities. He just kept regenning his health off of me. Every time I went to get plates on, he's there. Every time I went to reload, he was there. The only chance I managed to get any of his health down and to make a chunk out of him was I got that Casimir I was able to throw and give myself a bit of a room to breathe, because he was just chasing me around, determined to regen his health off me. It was ridiculous. It was quite the fight. Tier 3 Disciple bounties are quite a contract. Usually, I'll be honest, I cancel these and pick something else. But I wanted to show you guys that this weapon is really strong in tier 3, and you can deal with a tier 3 Disciple contract bounty in tier 3 using the WSP-9 with the new season 2 buff to this. So we got a pack crystal, we got a sentry turret out of that, and then of course I had to go and test this. I was feeling really good with this weapon against a Mega Abomination in tier 3, and I just wanted to see how it did. I didn't bother grabbing a Mega Abomination contract. I just grabbed Mega Abomination that was here, and you can see it is really strong. I was able to do damage to the Mega Abomination from far, which is pretty impressive for an SMG. I was getting chased by this armored zombie. I love the zombies running animations in tier 3 because they are running so fast. It almost looks kind of funny. But there we start back gauging the Mega Abomination, shooting the mouths, trying to get it down. You can see the Napalm Burst doing its damage. He was shooting his laser at me. I wanted to get away from that. Again, the way I was playing this match, I was used to the no Jug, so I was just constantly moving out of the way. Even though I got Jug now, I was still continuing to play like that. I don't know if you guys are like that. If you start a match and you don't have everything fully geared up, I tend to play a little bit extra careful that match, opposed to if I load in and I've got all of my gear and loaded up, ready to go. So we're kind of engaging the Mega Abomination from far, but you can see we're already over halfway done. The Mega Abomination with this WSP-9 So I would definitely recommend using this inside of tier 3 for season 2. Definitely recommend saying, is it viable? For sure. Does it do damage to all of the elites? Can you take out bounty contracts? Are the zombies a problem? Not with this WSP. I do have a legendary and triple packed. I feel like you would definitely be a viable option to have this epic if you didn't have a legendary tool available. But triple pack is definitely a necessity. Of course, we're in tier 3, so we want to have that. But you can see, like, I was able to finish off the Mega Abomination pretty much from afar. So at range with an SMG in tier 3 to take out Mega Abomination is pretty sweet. And just to show you guys how it does against the other zombies, the armored zombies, and all the other elites and stuff inside of tier 3, I wanted to show you guys me taking out and clearing crowd control after the Mega Abomination is cleared, so I can go get the loot, first of all, from the Mega Abomination. Also, just to show you guys, you know, how easy it is to deal with just the regular zombies, the elites that are inside of tier 3, with the update and the buff to this WSP-9. You can see it's just not a problem to deal with the zombies at all. Definitely dealing tons of damage and able to eliminate them and deal with the crowd in tier 3 quite easily. As you can see, we just took everything down right here. It wasn't really much of a problem. Just keeping myself reloaded, moving around. It wasn't much of an issue. And then we went over and checked out the loot, which is always going to be a large backpack. And this time we got a perk as well, which was nice. We got a stam up can, so we stowed that for our next game. Now, I want to show you guys usually a tier 2 bounty, you know, triple packed, ready to go, a tier 1. I picked up a cargo, but I had to show you guys this. I was just throwing around, having some fun, threw some grenades at that vehicle, which was not my cargo contract. As soon as I just threw the Simtex on that vehicle, my cargo contract deleted itself. I don't even know what happened. The doors weren't open. There was no way to get in. I was so confused. I wanted to show you guys footage of this, so you guys can let me know in the comments section if you guys have ever had this happen to you with a cargo vehicle, that you activate the contract and you're on your way to it and it just auto deletes itself. I know people can destroy it with ray guns and such like that, but there's nothing in here. The back door was open. I don't understand how it got destroyed. So picked up some ammo and moving on, we went and grabbed, as I always do, a tier 2 bounty on our way out of the match. And we're going to go and see how a triple packed legendary with Napalm Burst WSP-9 does against a tier 2 bounty. It should be a cakewalk, and as expected, I just walked right through him. Literally walked right through him. It wasn't an issue. We got really good loot out of that contract, which was nice. We got a self-revive, we got the PhD schematic, and we got a perk, which I think I stowed, but I had it already, so I didn't bother. I left it there. And then, of course, we got one thing left to do before we head out and exfil and show you guys the weapon build I'm using for this WSP-9 in the video today, was to grab a tier 1 bounty and just totally destroy him. And there we go. Mangler done, dead. That was the end of that. Last thing to do is run on out of here, hop on the helicopter. Wish you guys an awesome day. Thank you so very much for the recent support on all of my videos. I really do appreciate that. And at the end of the video, like I always show you guys, we do have the weapon build for the WSP Swarm that has been buffed for Season 2 of Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Have yourselves an awesome rest of your day. And as promised, here's the weapon build.